I am about to show you guys two insanely good teams for the new NIGHTEYE Climax battle on Double S difficulty. I know a lot of you have been struggling with the Climax battle, so hopefully one of these two teams will help you out. This first one is an all general pool team. The second one is an SR general pool team without sub-slot units, so you're going to want to stick around for that one. That one is courtesy of Pyro Sanity, and it's actually nuts. Okay, so this is a pre-recorded video of the run I did. I will say I feel like a little bit of a failure because of where I made it to. I'll tell you now, I didn't win, but I should have, and I just made a very dumb mistake at the end. So I'm gonna show you guys this run anyways because it was so close. It should have worked out, but I'm just a big dummy. So for phase one, my goal was to get it done in 2 turns. I made sure to use Tokoyami first, that way I'm not using him in a third successfully executed skill chain and getting piercing shot, because if you use Tokoyami's piercing shot, you will end up healing the enemy, which is really annoying. Notice I got a bind and a confuse on both NIGHTEYE and All Might. That doesn't really matter for this first phase, but it just helped me out a little bit so I didn't take as much damage. Now, it is important to get a bind or a confuse going into phase 3. So right here, I'm going to use all my plus ultras. I'm going to hopefully get All Might below 50% health. When I get him below 50% health, then I can target NIGHTEYE. But you have to be careful with how much damage you do to All Might, because if you do too much damage to All Might, then he heals back up to half essentially, and it's really annoying. Right now, we didn't get him all the way down to half, so we're going to use our action skills. We have 2 attack all action skills and a Monoma debuff. And after this turn right here, with Tokoyami's normals, we should be able to target NIGHTEYE. Notice All Might is in the red, which is perfect. That's exactly where we want him to be. He healed it back up to yellow, but we're good. Now I'm going to use target mode to make sure I'm not doing too much damage to NIGHTEYE, because this is very important. You want to make sure you have your plus ultra turn right before going into phase 3 with this particular team. So right here, we get pretty close to getting NIGHTEYE down to phase 3, but he's not quite there. Now we use all of our plus ultras, and this is the most critical part. You want to either confuse him with Monoma, or you want to bind him with compress. Notice we did not get the confuse because he resisted, but we do get the bind right here. Why is this important? Because it stops him from switching out your team, and it will also make it so the next phase doesn't start properly, and he won't have evasion. That is massive. Also, All Might doesn't heal, so you can seal All Might early. So right here, we're going to do our attack alls, and All Might is sealed right there. That's why I made sure I focused all of my attacks on NIGHTEYE. And the other big thing is right here, you had to get a confuse with Monoma. If you did not get that confuse with Monoma, NIGHTEYE would have then this turn drawn aggro with evasion. So notice he is confused now. That is what is going to allow us to make it to turn 4 without ever having to deal with this phase essentially, which is really, really nice. Now notice I only had 1 attack skill, but Tokoyami is MVP with his normal attacks, so he's really, really good. We're so close to phase 4 right here, but it's fine because even if he were to dodge our attacks, which he's not because we have him debuffed so much, right? But even if he were to dodge our attacks, we have Bullseye with Monoma's plus ultra. So we'll use all of our plus ultras here, and we'll get to phase 4. Luckily, Tokoyami's did hit. And it would have been cool to get the bind there, but they resist at this point. So if you don't keep them bound or confused all the way through phase 3, then good luck doing it after that. So now in phase 4, this is where I messed up. I can fully admit I messed up here, and I should have won this. I just should have taken more time with targeting. I recorded this at 2 a.m. I was lying in bed. I was not thinking fully, so don't make the mistakes I made right here. But from this point, this is easily winnable. All right, so I use my attack alls. I try to confuse NIGHTEYE when I should have debuffed, but you can't confuse him because he resists, right? So it was pointless to do that, and that's where I made my first mistake. And I also thought Monoma would evade and draw aggro. He did draw aggro for a second, but he did not evade, so that was another problem. Then I should have kept targeting NIGHTEYE here, but I switched to All Might. I should have picked one person and stuck to them, essentially. And that was my biggest problem. All Might does a massive amount of damage right there. He's going to plus Ultra us next turn, which is the big problem. Ideally, these plus Ultras hit before All Might, but notice Compress is too slow because I didn't debuff with Monoma earlier. If I had debuffed with Monoma earlier, I could have lowered their speed, Compress would have gone first. My team wouldn't have got wiped, and I would have won that because I would have stunned All Might, and then I could have focused on NIGHTEYE. That is literally why I lost right there, because I messed myself up. Luckily, these two units came out, and these are very good sub-slot units. Notice I haven't used them all battle, but they are very, very good. He can draw aggro, and then we are about to get the stun on All Might here. The problem is just having two characters, it's a little too late for me at this point, and Mirio took a massive amount of damage and went into persistence the same turn he came out, which was a bit of a problem. I should have targeted with normals right there on NIGHTEYE as well, but instead I let my normals hit All Might, and that was another big problem for me. I did a really dumb decision, and then right here I should have hit All Might again because he healed, but I didn't think to hit All Might. If I'd hit All Might again, I could have stunned him again, and I could have just won the battle. But I just made so many dumb mistakes, right, that were really obvious and things I could have done to win. So I can't even I was so upset when I got to this point, honestly, but hopefully you can see easily winnable with this team if you do the exact strat I showed. It does require some specific characters, but you don't even need the sub-slot characters if you're lucky enough, right? So keep that in mind. Now let me show you guys Pyro Sanity's team. This is Pyro Sanity's team. They do not have any audio to this, so if you can't hear the moves, that is why. It is just a quick recording of what they did. They only have 3 characters. They have no characters on the subslots. That is an SR All Might and an SR Jiro. Oh man, with no celebration, no impact best units, and a climax battle best genist. Okay, best genist is kind of essential to this because of his bind, which makes him really, really good, but Jiro's confused also helps a lot too. And it's just insane to me that she, Pyro Sanity is a she, that she was able to clear this with 2 SRs and a free-to-play unit. That's actually just insane. They built different, absolutely built different. Okay, so right here, they start targeting All Might, and I didn't fully understand why they did this originally, but it was to delay so that they can make sure they get their, make sure they get their bind on NIGHTEYE. I actually don't know exactly why we delayed there. Oh, it's because we wanted All Might low for phase 2. Okay, I see. And then we wanted to land a bind on NIGHTEYE going into phase 2. Okay, that's why we did it. That's why we did that delay right there. Okay, so now we're able to go ahead and go after NIGHTEYE, right? Yep. We'll get the confuse here with Jiro ideally. Okay, we got the confuse. And now we got the bind as well, and we are into phase 2 with All Might being low. And that means All Might will not heal because NIGHTEYE is bound. And now you're able to just use all of your plus ultras on NIGHTEYE at the start of phase 2 without worrying about All Might, right? Or having to get him low. There's a bind and just massive damage. Like that's phase 2 is done, right? And he bound him again. He bound him again. So now going into phase 3, he's bound on phase 3 again. So he doesn't even do his phase 2 transition. He doesn't do his phase 3 transition. And this is a crazy strategy. It worked out really, really well. Like really good. And we'll see if he's able to make it to phase 4 right here. I don't think he makes it to phase 4 before, yeah, NIGHTEYE is going to come out of the bind. He's going to do his BS. However, this is only phase 2 right now that NIGHTEYE's done. He never does the phase 3 thing right here. He's not evading. He doesn't have sharp eye. That's the crazy part right here, right? So you don't have to worry about him evading you. That's so nuts. That's crazy. I believe, yeah, he doesn't have sharp eye. And look, we're in phase 4 right now. We went and did phase 4 damage without the transition. You broke the climax battle. That's actually nuts. So anyone looking to beat this, here you go. Here's your chance. This is your sign. Use this team. Thank Pyro Sanity because holy crap, built different. All right, and now you just need to get them both low, and then you can finish the other one off while the other one's stunned, right? Pretty simple for phase 4. So we're going to go after, it looks like they're going after All Might with the plus ultras. The normal's going on to NIGHTEYE just to get them a little bit lower. Okay, now we switch over to All Might, it looks like, to try and get him down to 0. All Might is the more dangerous one. His plus ultra is the team wiper, right? But I don't even think, they're not even in phase 4 right now. They're in phase 3 actions. So, yeah. All right, and then here we go with this should get All Might. This will definitely get All Might down to his 25% health, where he's not going to be able to plus Ultra. Okay. Boom. And then boom. Okay, good. He's stunned. Now you just need to kill NIGHTEYE. I guess they are in phase 4 actions if there's plus Ultras. I don't know. I don't know what we're in. It's so confusing the way this worked. Oh my goodness, but it's crazy that this works so well. And right here, you should be able to win, ideally, is the thought process. All right, All Might 0. See, he did the correct targeting and got them both to 0, which was smart. Okay, this turn you win then. You didn't quite win last turn, so NIGHTEYE dies right here. Because All Might's stunned. And then autos kill All Might. Boom. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Holy crap. What a run. What a run. That is with all... Oh my gosh, let me go back so we can see the team. Come on. That is with all UR and SR pluses except for Gentle Criminal. Gentle Criminal was not... They did not use the sub slots at all. Didn't need the sub slot characters. That's actually just insane to me that they were able to do this with 2 SR characters and a UR character. That's really, really good. Anyways, guys, that is the video. Hopefully, this gives you the help you needed for Climax Battle. If you guys enjoyed the video, please go down there, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and peace.
Maybach music. Can anybody out there